What is going down, everybody? It's Unbeatable Jacob. This video is going to be a message to the 2K devs who 99% chance won't watch this video, but nevertheless I think it will be cool to get just some more of my opinions about the gameplay, the content in my team, and etc. out there, because there is a lot to be said about this game after a couple days of playing it after launch. And I just kind of want to go a little more in depth with some of the stuff that I touched on in my previous video, the things that I absolutely love, the things that I'm indifferent about, the things that I still think might have a little bit of an issue with, and then also just kind of things I would like to see for the future. So I'm going to talk about the gameplay first. So the gameplay overall is great. I really can't lie. It's absolutely immaculate compared to what we have played the past couple of years. That being said, there are a few issues I do have with the gameplay, that a few of them I know can't be fixed, a few of them I know won't be fixed, and either way I just like to talk about it. So one of the two biggest issues I have, well actually the two biggest issues I have, honestly, we won't be able to see in a game of just triple threat offline here. The two biggest issues I have right now with the gameplay overall is, for one, the play calling menu, which honestly, like, I really think that they really kind of dropped the ball there. It's kind of unfortunate because right now I'm nitpicking at stuff in what I would consider to be a very good game out of the box, but the play calling menu does leave a lot to be desired. Having to scroll through the plays like this is really unfortunate. It's tough. The whole way of setting your freelancing game and things of that nature, it's unfortunate because it's pretty much impossible to do in heated situations in online play. You're not going to be able to, you know, go through and hit left on your D-pad and R1 and then 2 times down on your D-pad and select a play. I don't really call plays like that anyways, but when I want to, if I ever want to, is this time of the year before cards are really good in my team, and having to come in here and scroll down with the arrows is just unfortunate. But I know that Kazar did say that, you know, that's not going to be able to be patched, so I'll try and get used to it, but that's one of my least favorite things. And my second least favorite thing is definitely the leg spike issues I'm having. I'm not quite sure who this is all affecting, or, you know, what the issue is with it, if this can be fixed. It's definitely not my internet, because I have great internet and I'm not the only one having to deal with it, because I know, like, even Tydebo, who is another big streamer, obviously the reigning 250k champion, is having the same issue. But just to like pull up my stream here from earlier today, this happens not only when I'm streaming but just always, and other people are complaining about the same thing. See those leg spikes? That's not my stream lagging. If you pay close attention, you can see my face cam staying the same, like, live. Obviously I don't have much emotion here because I couldn't even play this one game right here. See that? That was happening to me constantly, and I'm on great internet. I'm having an Ethernet cord plugged in, and I don't really understand what's going on with that. So that is pretty unfortunate. Hopefully there's a way to get that fixed. Hopefully that is maybe due to the high amount of people who are on the game for launch week. I can only hope, but either way, it's still really impossible to play with this kind of delay. Because it happens at like the most unfortunate time. So on that possession I didn't get any sort of leg spike, nothing to be blamed on me there, and then bang, leg spike. It's pretty constant when it does happen, and I'm not sure if it's a product of high server volume or what it might be, but let's just pray that that gets fixed, because these are not like the leg spikes that we have seen in previous 2Ks. And once again, I just want to re-emphasize, this is nitpicking. This right here, the leg spike issue, is far worse than the play calling issue to me. If I'm having that happen in that kind of situation, like, it's an issue. It's an issue, because, like, think about it. Like, I wish I could like scroll back like 5 seconds, but I don't think Twitch has that feature. But think about it. When you're in those kind of situations, it's a split-second decision, and if you lose that split second, it's over. Because right here, you know, I fail on the pick and roll. I have to kick back out here. So I bring it back to the top of the key, get it to Kyrie. And now I'm looking at like 8 seconds on the shot clock. So I call for another screen. and I just get a massive leg spike on that screen. So, you know, it's tough. It's a tough situation. 8 seconds on the shot clock. I'm trying to reset. Bang, just like that, I lose 2 seconds. There's a big difference in basketball between 8 seconds on the shot clock and 6 seconds on the shot clock. So hopefully we do get that fixed, because it's not something that's just happening to me. It's not my internet, and it's been happening pretty often. But nevertheless, once again, I want to reiterate, there's a lot of really good stuff about this game. The AI defense is the best that I remember seeing it in years. I think that the AI defense, for the first time in a long time, at least makes a good bit of sense. So I'm pretty happy with that. The way they play pick and rolls, the way you're able to actually do other stuff with your AI. The settings actually listening in a bit. The corner's not dropping near as much on next gen anyways. All of it's really good as far as the AI defense goes, and I think that's super. I think it's great. So another thing I want to touch on too, when it comes to content, is for like the My Team devs, very good rollout, very good rollout. I think that the cards are incredibly balanced right now the way they are. I think that there's a good amount of cards that are available quickly right once you play the game for the first time, and I think that the cards that do take some grinding for are rewarding, but not so rewarding that you feel like you have to have them, and if you don't have them, you'll get beat by anybody who does. So I'm really happy with that. But what I do want to see is the power creep to be slower. So I don't want to see a glitch John Stockton on day 20 of My Team that can do windmill 360s like we saw last year. That's the last thing I want to see. Hopefully we can keep a little bit of realism alive, at least through the first month or two. Last year things got out of hand pretty quick. So you know, the longer that we can keep the game as far as content in My Team goes at least semi-realistic, the happier I will be. And that being said, when it comes to specific cards, there's one way that I think that we can you know, from a content perspective, kind of counteract one of the biggest issues in the game, and I wouldn't even call it an issue. I think it's actually a good thing, but it's no secret that there is a lot of opportunity to get chase down blocks in this game. There's no shortage of block shots in this game whatsoever, and I think that's a very good thing. But please, 2K, please, 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 do not get very liberal with those Hall of Fame defensive badges too early. If anything, please keep those Rim Protector Hall of Fame badges like tucked away in the vault for way later on in the year. The Hall of Fame chase down artists of the world, those types of badges, Hall of Fame menace, please make those some of the last badges that we will regularly see on players when it comes to My Team cards being released. Because right now I've got dudes like Serge Ibaka, who I am absolutely shocked did not block that shot, because the dude can swat anything. The dude can swat anything, and I think it's a good thing in the grand scheme of things. But please, please, please don't make it more OP than it already is, because it's already pretty brutal. I mean, like I said, right now it's just teetering that line of almost being too overpowered the way that you can get chased down blocks in this game. So let's see a couple players get Hall of Fame Posterizer, or Hall of Fame Rise Up, or Hall of Fame Pro Touch, stuff like that, some of the finishing badges, before we start seeing every center that comes out has Hall of Fame Rim Protector. Because once we get those types of cards, we are in for a world of hurt if the game is the way it is right now at that point in time. And I just would hate to see where the game would be at with the way it is if everybody can have Hall of Fame Rim Protector, Hall of Fame chase down artists on their centers. I think that things could get ugly very quick if they start giving those badges out like they're free candy. But man, oh man, Kyrie is busting ankles and I'm just not taking advantage of it. Either way, I think I whited every shot I took that game, but it is what it is. I'm more focused on talking about what I'm talking about here. So yeah, that's pretty much it in the short summary of things. Overall, excellent rollout, excellent, absolutely excellent. I'm a huge fan of 98% of the stuff. I would say the biggest thing that I would love to see fixed would be the leg spiking issues. I'm not sure if there's a way to fix it. Hopefully there is. Hopefully it's just due to high server volume, or there's some sort of patch that they can roll out to make that actually stop, because I'm not kidding. Like, I've played a lot of 2Ks on this connection, this exact internet connection with the exact PlayStation, just 2K21 with this PlayStation 5, but you get the point. I've played a lot of 2K on this connection, and I haven't had those types of issues really ever with the lag spike. So I would say that's the biggest thing, if there's a way to fix that. Unfortunately, the play calling, not really going to get fixed, but I'll try my best to get used to it. And then also, as far as content goes, I'm really happy with things. I think that the way that everything from the card art to the cards that are out now, the grading system, the holo cards, great ideas. I would just want to be very careful about giving guys a lot of Hall of Fame defensive badges very quickly, because right now just having gold rim protector and gold chase down artist on this Serge Ibaka almost feels like a cheat code, because I can swat anything that's anywhere near the paint, and I'm almost scared to come up against somebody who has this dude here, Mark Eaton, because I'm not really worried about him too much. But if I'm not able to chop him up with that 25 speed he has in a pick and roll, because every time I do get him beat in a pick and roll, he's able to chase down the block from 5 steps away, just because that's the way that the contest shot system works. You know, I don't want to see it. I'd be really scared, especially if this card had you know, a few more badges. He does have gold rim protector and you know, a few other gold defensive badges, it looks like. So yeah, that card might be an issue, even with that 25 speed. In general, you know, I wouldn't be too scared of him in other 2Ks with that 25 speed, but with the way that the blocking shots in the paint is this year, this dude actually might be a beast. So, you know, we'll see. Let's just be really careful with some of those Hall of Fame defensive badges and just the overall power creep, because with the way the game is right now, it's playing really well outside of the lagging. And you know, hopefully we're able to keep this up, because right now it's tough for me to go to work in the morning knowing that I'm missing out on playing this game, because I'm having a blast. So yeah, overall, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, evening, whatever it might be, and we'll be back soon.